Hey everyone. In this video, I would like to talk about a couple things about my condition that I had recently learned upon my genetic test result. Um, and give you a bit of an update as to what's been going on because I haven't posted anything lately. And I just went on vacation and got back. I was away for about a week, so I wasn't posting much about it. So here I am. This video is going to focus on variability with my condition and also incomplete penetrance, are two different things I've recently learned about the condition, and I wanted to share you information I had learned about it. Um, so, to start with, I've been doing okay. I graduated from physical therapy last Wednesday. So I've been doing okay there. I went on vacation and I was doing fabulous. I've been gaining some of my strength back. And I've been using my walker and a wheelchair less and less than before. And so everyone was pretty thrilled about that. And last Wednesday I went to physical therapy. I graduated from that because I was doing really well. And my physical therapist, thought, we're gonna cut it off with doing physical therapy because she didn't want to continue to aggravate the condition with the type of disorder I have, which causes, flare-ups of different neurological symptoms. So, but my strength has been coming back. Some of my balance and whatnot, except for the flare-ups that I have occasionally, where I have random bouts or episodes of my balance issues and dizziness or whatever. So she decided, well, we're done with physical therapy for now. If I needed to return, I can get the prescription from my neurologist and return to physical therapy if needed. And, because I was doing well and, I was, had a good week and, and whatnot. And she would rather see me, ironically, during my hot mess periods where I'm like, I need physical therapy. So if I were to need to come back, I can. I have that option to get a new prescription, come back and continue with physical therapy. So that's one thing that's been going on lately. The other thing is that my condition can show like a pattern where something specific aggravates the condition. But it's really weird because I can go like a long period without it, a specific activity. I can go a long period without a specific activity aggravating my condition. And suddenly I can do that same activity and it'd be suddenly triggering or aggravating the condition. So it's really weird. It's unpredictable, but it's kind of predictable. Because sometimes the same activity would aggravate the condition multiple times. So you kind of like have an idea as to what your triggering points are. But people don't realize I've had to give up things. I've had to give up a job. I've had to accept things I can no longer do simply because of my condition, regardless if it's permanent or if it's a flare-up condition, where I have sporadic episodes. There are dreams I've had to give up. There are decisions I've had to make because of my condition getting bad. And right now I have a couple horses, and it's been very predictable as to me going down, spending time with them, where my symptoms are aggravated after being on the horse for a while. And for a long time, I've been riding my Rocky Mountain horse, which is a gaited horse breed, which has a smoother ride, which kind of is beneficial for my balance troubles rather than my other horse that's more, bouncy, and bumpy ride that tends to throw me off balance a little bit more. But I've been having now problems with my, feeling my feet again after getting off a horse from the motion of riding. So, that being said, I get off, I feel imbalanced, and I've been having issues there. I've had severe episodes been provoked by it. So I have a CACNA1A mutation, confirmed by genetic testing that I have a CACNA1A disorder. And it's consistent with episodic ataxia type 2. So even though my illness looks invisible, I have periods where I walk around, I look fine, and then I suddenly have sporadic bouts or neurological symptoms or episodes of having the condition, where I become imbalanced, wobbly, or unsteady, dizzy, or vomiting, and I have visual disturbances, and the list goes on of neurological symptoms. So with clinical variability, I wanted to discuss this because I find something really strange within my own family that I would like to share with you. The variability can often occur in people with CACNA1A mutations and episodic ataxia type 2, where an individual experiences symptoms of the condition, but sometimes, for instance, within my family, these symptoms don't always appear to be the same. With most other ataxias, it's very, very predictable. The rate of progression is very predictable. And it's just, you can predict the rate of, you can sort of like predict that the disease is progressive. With episodic ataxia and CACNA1A, you can't really predict that. I began to realize, even though individuals can develop a secondary progressive ataxia in addition to their episodes as the disease course goes on, it's still very unpredictable. And the older the person is within several generations of family members that may have this condition, the same condition, the same genetic a mutation that causes episodic ataxia type 2. The rate of progression isn't always predictable, so you can't always tell. Like, for instance, in the generation before mine, can show symptoms that are not even milder, or like can appear more mild compared to let's say me, or the person that has the condition in my generation. The generation before me can show mild symptoms as opposed to my generation. So the whole idea of it getting worse with age is kind of like with this condition, it's not really predictable. For instance, I can suddenly become to the point where I use a walker all the time at my age. Whereas my parent or someone that has the condition in generation, I'm trying to find an easy way to explain it. I can suddenly become to the point where I use a walker all the time, and I was. As opposed to my parent or the generation that was before me can get around and not use a walker and be totally fine. So people don't understand this with this disorder because the symptoms are totally variable with each person, even within the same family. Now, the generation before my parents were using a walker full time, became to that point, but did not incur until older age. That's just another example. Whereas mine, it occurred at a younger age. So this condition seems to be very unpredictable when it comes to the rate of progression, or it doesn't seem to be predictable with, it gets worse with age, so to say. So looking back into my family history, this is how I see how my disorder works, with having variabilities, not to mention having an overlap in features of the other CACNA1A disorders, such as hemiplegic migraine type 1, and autism spectrum disorders, seizure disorders, and all that stuff. So a person with episodic ataxia type 2 within this gene CACNA1A could also display some of those other features of CACNA1A disorders, but not everyone within the same family. So there is this variability that happens, that seems to happen with this condition. Now, finally, incomplete penetrance is something I wanted to discuss, and it's something I've learned about the condition. Incomplete penetrance is when an individual passes on the mutated gene to a future generation, but they show no signs or symptoms of the condition. So they can have the mutated gene without showing any symptoms of it, and this can occur in CACNA1A disorders as well. That's in short what that is. So the person can carry the mutated gene and not even know they have it. Yeah, I did not know anything about that before until I went through the genetic testing. Now back to the other thing I was talking about the variability. I also wanted to add that I was watching a CACNA1A webinar, and I felt I very much related to it. And I also wanted to add that it was mentioned that the degree of cerebellar atrophy may not correlate with the severity of the symptoms. So that can also, I feel, be involved with the variability aspect as well. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you and what's been going on lately. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to bring some insight and stuff to the condition and what I had learned about it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Bye now.